Well, thank you so much for the entrance ceremony earlier. I went ahead and sent you a message right away.
Thank you for earlier. I really appreciate it.
Just to double check, you're Allie's mom, right?
Yes, that's me. I'm Allie's mother, and thank you again for speaking to me at the entrance ceremony. I'm actually new to the area, having just moved here from across the station. It's such a relief to finally be able to connect with the neighbors within a walking distance.
Oh, you just moved? Oh, that must be a big change. How's everything going with the unpacking?
Yes, for the most part. I'm still tackling the smaller details, but I'm taking it slow. I don't want to rush through everything.
Well, that sounds good. Let me know if you need anything. I can recommend a few local places or help out with anything. It's always easier when you have a good neighbor to rely on.
I'll definitely keep that in mind. Thank you.
By the way, have you made any mom business cards yet?
Mom business cards?
Yes, you know, the cards we use to exchange information with other moms. It's a thing around here.
Oh, I've heard of them, but I'm not really sure what they are.
It's a good way to keep in touch with everyone. I made some when my daughter was in kindergarten, and it really helped. We would swap cards and keep in contact for playdates or school events.
I see. I'll have to look into it. I'm still getting used to the idea of having cards for mom stuff. When I think of business cards, I think of work.
Well, it's a bit of a local custom. I'm sure it'll make things easier when you get to know the other moms here.
Oh, I see. So you think it's pretty common around here?
Well, definitely. Most people here do it, especially if you're new to the area. It's like a little shortcut to making connections.
I see.
So, are you working outside the home?
Yes, I'm working.
Oh, so you're a working mom then?
Yes, that's right.
Well, that must be a bit tough balancing everything. I've heard it's not easy.
It had its challenges, but it's what I want to do. I enjoy my job.
But I'm guessing it's because your husband doesn't make enough to cover everything, right? I know it can be tough with just one income. My husband makes good money, so I don't have to worry about working. I can focus on the kids and other things.
I understand. It's good that things are working out for you.
Yeah, it really helps. I'm lucky to have a husband who does well at work. His income is actually listed on my mom card, along with his position at the company. I'll give you one next time we meet.
Wait, you put your husband's salary and job details on the card?
Yeah, that's how it is. It's not unusual here. You see, it helps us decide how we relate to each other. You know, we get a better sense of who people are and what they're about.
I see. That's an interesting approach.
It's just the way things are done, and it helps smooth things over.
Right, I see now. Thank you for explaining.
Well, no problem. Oh, I've just remembered. I've got a dinner appointment in a bit.
Oh, I have to run out too. I need to pick up dinner ingredients.
What are you making?
Well, since it's a celebration for Allie starting kindergarten, we're having her favorite, hamburgers.
Oh, that sounds great. It's nice to make a special meal for your kids.
Yes, it's a simple but meaningful celebration.
Well, my family's going all out tonight. We're having a French dinner at a fancy restaurant.
Oh, that sounds lovely. It must be nice to have such a luxurious dinner.
It's a treat for sure. Anyway, I should get ready for it.
Yes, I should start getting dinner together too. It was nice talking to you. We should stay in touch.
Definitely. Take care.
Hey, long time no see. How's it going?
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's been a minute. I can't believe it's been almost a month already. Time flies, huh?
I know, it's like we blinked and a whole month passed. I think we were both in the middle of those crazy move weeks around the same time, huh?
Totally. It's been a blur. But it feels good to finally get everything settled. How's it going for you now? Have you gotten settled in at the new place?
Yeah, more or less. Still unpacking some stuff, but I'm definitely starting to feel at home. How about you? How's it been for you and Allie?
It's been all right. I finally finished unpacking all the boxes, so I guess we're kind of there now. But honestly, the move wasn't all that dramatic. We just moved to the new apartment on the other side of the station. So it's not like we're in a completely different area or anything.
That sounds pretty chill then. Not much to adjust to, huh?
Exactly. It's a relief, honestly. The move was pretty straightforward, but, you know, it's always nice to get everything in order. Finally getting back into a routine.
Anyway, how did Allie's entrance ceremony go today? You were looking forward to it, right?
Yeah, it went well. Allie seemed pretty excited, and the best part is she already has made a couple of friends. So that was a nice surprise. It's always a bit nerve-wracking when they start something new, but I'm glad it's going smoothly.
Oh, that's awesome. It must feel like a weight off your shoulders seeing her settling in so quickly.
Definitely. I mean, it's just the start, right? But I'm glad she's off to a good beginning.
Did you get to meet any other parents today?
Yeah, I had a few opportunities to chat with some of the moms. I exchanged contact details with a couple of them, so looks like I'll gradually be getting to know them better. Hopefully I can make some solid connections over time.
That's great. It's always nice to have a network, especially with the school stuff. If you can make some good mom friends, it makes everything feel easier.
I agree. I'm hoping for that. But honestly, there's something that happened today that I wasn't expecting.
Oh? What happened? Something go wrong?
Well, yeah, I got hit with a little power play right off the bat.
Wait, really? Already? That sounds intense. Who hit you with that?
It was this mom, Ellie. She seemed fine at first, but as soon as she found out that I work, she just assumed our income must be low. I mean, she didn't even ask. She just kind of assumed.
What? That's crazy. She just assumed things about you like that?
Yeah, it's a bit wild, but it gets worse. She asked if I made a mom business card yet and told me I should include my husband's workplace and his salary on it. Can you believe that?
Wait, a mom business card? And you have to put your husband's salary on it? That's insane!
Yeah, I thought the same thing. It was like she was trying to size us up based on financial status. She made it sound like it was a must-have.
That's so bizarre! Did she actually say that? You have to include all that personal stuff?
Yeah, exactly. She was acting like it was normal. I had to look it up online after the conversation just to figure out if I missed something. Turns out you don't really need to go that far. It's not a requirement at all.
Wow, I'm glad you looked it up and figured it out. I mean, no one should be making assumptions about your situation like that.
Honestly, I was a little taken aback. It felt uncomfortable. But I'm glad I got the right information in the end. It's good to know that I don't have to follow her lead.
That's really good. I'm glad you're not letting it get to you. So, Ellie, huh? That's the same Ellie that Rachel was telling me about, right?
Yeah, that's her. Do you know her too?
Oh, yeah. Rachel mentioned her a while ago. She's been dealing with Ellie's mom power trips for a while now. Rachel's actually really relieved to be away from her, especially after the move. She says she feels like she's finally free from all that pressure.
Oh, I didn't know Rachel had been going through the same thing. Well, it makes me feel a little better knowing I'm not the only one Ellie's targeted.
Yeah, Rachel's been putting up with Ellie's stuff for ages. But now, after the move, she's in a much better place. She's been telling everyone how much more relaxed she feels.
That's good to hear. I'll have to talk to Rachel about it more, but honestly, it's a relief to know that I'm not alone in this.
Definitely. And hey, you and Martin are probably the best equipped people to handle Ellie's kind of behavior. I mean, you guys have got everything together, right?
Well, I don't know about all that, but it's definitely nice to have the backup. It helps to have some leverage in these situations, that's for sure.
I mean, you two are basically an unstoppable duo when it comes to handling situations like this. You got the info, the confidence, and the resources. Ellie's got nothing on you.
I appreciate that, Ron. It definitely helps to know that we're well equipped, but I'll still keep an eye out for any more surprises, just in case.
For sure. And hey, Rachel said she'd be sending you a message later with some other stuff she wanted to pass on. She's got a few more things to share that might be useful.
Got it. I'll look out for that.
Cool.
Well, I should get going. Martin's calling me, so I'll catch you later.
All right, tell Martin I said hi.
And thanks for all the info, Ron. It really helped.
No problem. Take care, Janelle. Talk to you soon.
You too. Bye.
Good evening, Janelle.
Good evening, Ellie. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. I just wanted to say thank you for exchanging your mommy business card with me today. I really appreciate it. It's always nice to meet someone who takes these things seriously, don't you think?
Oh, of course. It was my pleasure, really. I think it's great that we're all trying to connect more and build a strong network.
Yes, exactly, and that's why I have to bring up something important. I couldn't help but notice a slight detail when I looked at your card. I mean, it's a lovely card, don't get me wrong, but there was something missing.
Missing? What do you mean?
Well, there's no mention of your husband's workplace or his annual income. It's an important detail for me to know, especially in our little circles, don't you think?
Oh, I see. Well, after we exchanged cards, I did some thinking and did a little research of my own. I came to the conclusion that I didn't really need to put his details on the card. It didn't feel necessary. I didn't want to overshare information that's not really relevant to our interactions.
Oh, I see. Well, I didn't expect that response, to be honest. You know, many moms I've met have felt the same way, but I have to say I understand why you leave that information off. It's a touchy subject for some, especially when it comes to their husband's earnings. Let's be real, if your husband's salary isn't particularly impressive, some people might not want to share that information.
Yes, that's true. But I don't think income should define the value of a person or their family. It's just not something I feel the need to highlight.
Oh, darling, you're so sweet, but let me tell you something. That's not how things work in the real world, especially among people like us. There's a certain image we must maintain, and income plays a huge role in that. It's just how things are. You'll learn that as you meet more people in these circles, trust me.
I understand your perspective, Ellie, but I'd rather not live my life based on what others expect of me. I have my own principles, and I don't want to be measured solely by my husband's paycheck.
I see. Well, we can certainly agree to disagree on that. I think it's just a matter of priorities, right? Some people value their privacy and principles, and others, like me, understand the importance of making connections through financial status and influence. But enough of that, I'm sure we can still get along, even if our views don't entirely align. So I've been thinking, we should get together for an event, just the moms, a little tea party, maybe?
A tea party? Oh, that sounds lovely, but I'm not sure I can take part. I've got quite a busy schedule this week, and especially on Friday. There's a big project deadline I'm dealing with at work, and I really can't afford to take time off.
Oh, don't be silly. Surely you can make time for something like this. I'm sure whatever you're working on can wait, right? A little time off wouldn't hurt, would it?
Well, I do have responsibilities I can't just ignore. This project is crucial, and it's in its final stages. I have to be there.
It's a shame, really. But don't worry, I'm not upset. If you can't make it, you can't make it. But, Janelle, I do need to remind you of something. When you look at my business card again, you'll notice something very important about me. You see, there's a lot more to me than meets the eye. You're starting to understand that, right?
I've already seen your card, Ellie. I didn't quite understand what you mean, though. What's the big deal about your card?
Oh, sweetie, it's everything. The details on my card aren't just a formality, they show my position. The fact that my husband works at an elite company, earning a very substantial income, is something people need to know. Because it speaks volumes about our social standing, our influence. You understand, don't you?
I suppose I understand the connection you're making, but I still don't see why it matters so much. We're all just people, aren't we? Why should our value be tied to our income?
Oh, Janelle. Sweetheart, it's not just about being people. It's about understanding your place in society. You think this is just about you and me being friends, don't you? But no, it's about knowing your role and how you fit into the bigger picture. My husband's earnings are much higher than your husband's. That's just a fact. We're above you in social standing. But because I'm generous, I'm willing to extend my friendship to you. As a favor, it's my choice, you see.
That doesn't seem very fair. Or even like real friendship. If you're only offering your company based on income disparity, then it's not genuine.
Oh, I see. You're still struggling to understand, aren't you? Well, let me be blunt. My family's income is in the stratosphere compared to yours. We're wealthy, Janelle. I don't know if you've noticed, but my lifestyle, my connections, they're far beyond what you experience in your day-to-day life. You're just an average person, and you have to accept that. And because I'm generous, I'm willing to spend time with someone like you. But in exchange, you'll do what I ask. You'll play the part of a grateful, subservient friend.
You're asking too much, Ellie. I won't be treated like that.
Oh, don't be difficult. I'm giving you an opportunity here. If you don't appreciate it, well, that's on you. But know this. If you ever cross me, if you keep resisting, I'll make sure you feel the consequences. You might lose your place here among people who matter. Your whole life could change, Janelle. You could even find yourself without friends, without the respect of those who matter. People like me, we have ways of making things happen. You can't afford to anger someone like me.
That's an empty threat, Ellie. I won't let you control me with fear.
Is that so? Let's see how long that defiance lasts. You think you can just stand up to me without any consequences? People in our circle know how to make things uncomfortable. But let's not talk about that just yet. You've got a lot to think about.
I've already made up my mind, but before we go any further, I have a question. You mentioned your husband works for a certain company, and I've seen the name on your card, but I need to confirm something.
What is it? Spit it out.
The company your husband works for? It's actually my business partner's company. We've worked with them for years. They're one of my company's biggest clients.
What? Are you serious? You're telling me that company? No. That can't be right. How could you possibly have a connection to them?
Yes, it's true. I didn't know your husband worked there, though. I guess this changes things a bit, doesn't it?
Wait a minute. This is unexpected. You've got connections there too? But I've been the one flaunting this. You haven't been holding out on me, have you?
No, I wasn't hiding anything. I just never thought it mattered, Ellie. But now I see that things aren't as simple as I thought. We both have ties to the same people, and it seems that now things might be a bit more, equal between us.
Oh,
wait, I suppose I haven't properly introduced myself either. I'm a freelance web designer.
Huh? You're not just a part-timer? Don't tell me you're scraping by with a tiny paycheck.
Well, I make a decent living, thank you. And about the General Affairs Manager title on my card, you see, I've met the person holding that position, and it wasn't someone named Ellie. I haven't heard anything about that position changing either.
Oh, about that.
Just to be sure, I asked my husband as well. He confirmed to me the Ellie Johnson you mentioned doesn't seem to be the one associated with that role either.
Your husband?
Yes, actually, my husband works at the same company as yours.
Wait, what?
Yes, he's the head of human resources.
Head of HR? But wait, how old are you?
Me? I'm 35.
Wait, your husband is about the same age, right? But to become a department head at such a young age, it's not like that's something that happens overnight, is it? You trying to take a position like that, pretending to be something you're not, it's utterly shameless. How could you try to pull a fast one like that, lying through your teeth?
But we have a 17-year age difference. If you don't believe me, you can ask my husband. His name is Martin Saunders.
Wait, what? Martin Saunders? Are you telling me that Martin Saunders is your husband?
Yes, that's right.
I don't believe this. You've been lying this whole time.
Actually, no, there's no need for all the accusations. It's all been the truth. But your husband, he's been working in the factory department, right? Just a regular employee. Isn't that what you said?
Well...
So why the lie? Why put a fake title on your business card like that? Does your husband even know about it?
Janelle, please.
Yes, Ellie, what is it now?
I'm begging you, please don't let this get out. Please, I'll do anything you ask. Anything, I promise.
Well, I don't plan to make a huge public scandal of this, but...
Thank you so much.
But, Ellie, it seems that quite a few people already know about this. Well, apparently your husband sometimes picks up the kids from the school in his company-issued work clothes. And not just any work clothes, the ones from the factory. The ones with the company name on them.
What? How do you know that? I haven't even done the school run for a while.
Oh, Rachel told me.
Rachel?
You know Rachel, right? The one who moved here after her husband's transfer. She's Amber's mom.
Allie's mom? Wait a second. Rachel is...
Yep. Rachel's actually my brother's wife. Funny how things work out, right?
Wait. So Rachel already knew all of this?
Well, it wasn't so much that she knew directly. It's just that she didn't feel the need to put her husband's info on her business card either. She didn't want to make a fuss, and honestly, she had no reason to. You see, Rachel's situation is different. Her husband isn't wealthy either, but it was never an issue.
So you're saying this whole time, everyone has just been pretending they didn't notice?
Oh, not really. It's just that most of us know better than to engage in petty fights over things like this. We're grown-ups. We can tell the difference between a sincere person and someone just trying to climb the social ladder. Rachel and the others saw right through it, and they just let it go. They didn't engage with the deception. But Ellie, here's the thing. If your husband is working in the factory department and you're handing out cards with made-up titles, I'm afraid you'll have to deal with the consequences. You can't go around lying about your social status and think that nothing will happen.
I don't know what to do anymore. This whole thing is just spiraling out of control.
Well, let me tell you something important. Your idea that not putting your husband's information on your business card means his salary is something to be ashamed of needs to go out the window right now. You can't lie about these things, Ellie. That's the real embarrassment. Lying about something like this, that's the real shame.
I don't know how to fix this now.
Well, it's simple. You stop the lies. No more pretending. And if you want to keep your dignity, you need to face the truth. Otherwise, you'll just end up hurting yourself and everyone around you. The truth always comes out, Ellie, and it's better if it comes from you before someone else decides to expose it.
I just wanted to fit in, Janelle. I wanted to feel like I belonged in these circles, but now everything is falling apart.
Oh, I know. I know exactly how you feel. You thought if you presented the right image, people would accept you, wouldn't question you, maybe even admire you. The world is full of people like you, Ellie, who want to be seen a certain way. But here's the thing, you can't fool people forever. Sooner or later, they'll see through it. And it's not about belonging to this or that circle. It's about being respected for who you truly are, not who you pretend to be.
But what about everyone else? What do I do when people find out?
The truth will come out, but at least you'll have the courage to face it. You can't keep hiding behind lies. The sooner you confront it, the easier it will be. You have to decide, Ellie. Will you keep pretending, or will you start living the truth? Ellie's husband apparently didn't know about the mom business card situation. When he found out, he was absolutely stunned. He couldn't believe it. It turned his world upside down. After hearing what had been going on, he immediately realized the magnitude of the problem, and it was clear to him just how much Ellie had hidden from him. It must have been a huge shock in the aftermath. The couple went on an apology tour together. They visited everyone they had wronged, expressing their deepest regrets for the trouble they caused. They didn't leave anyone out and made sure to apologize as a couple, working tirelessly to make amends for their actions. It seemed like everything had settled down, at least for the moment. They had done what they could to fix things, or so it seemed. However, things took a turn when another bombshell dropped. It came to light that Ellie's husband was heavily in debt, far deeper than anyone had realized. It turned out that she had been doing whatever she could, going to great lengths to fund her image as a wealthy, glamorous celebrity mom. She had been living beyond her means, taking out loans and even making some questionable decisions just to maintain that facade. It was clear now that her desire to keep up appearances had led to this financial disaster. The discovery of this debt became the final straw. The pressure of the situation became too much, and Ellie and her husband's marriage ultimately ended in divorce. It was inevitable, given everything that had come to light. The debt, the lies, and the trust that had been shattered, it just couldn't be repaired. As for their child, the custody battle was a difficult one. It became clear that raising their child while burdened with such overwhelming debt wasn't a feasible option. The husband was granted custody as it was apparent that Ellie could not provide the stability her child needed, given her financial and emotional turmoil. On top of everything, Ellie's parents, who had been deeply upset by the whole situation, ended up cutting ties with her completely. They disowned her, unable to forgive what she had done. Left without the support of her family, Ellie ended up in a rundown apartment, barely scraping by. She was working multiple jobs, trying to pay off her mounting debts, day in and day out. It wasn't easy, and it was clear that she was struggling to survive. I occasionally see her around town, but every time I do, she seems to duck away as quickly as possible, almost as if trying to disappear into the shadows. The way she tries to avoid being seen is heartbreaking. It's hard not to feel pity for her when you see how far she's fallen. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Good evening, Dad. Are you still at work?
Oh, Jacqueline? It's rare for you to call me out of the blue like this. Is something wrong?
It's something important, and I think it's going to take a while to explain. So if now's not the time to talk, I can wait until later, I guess.
Actually, I just got home, so I have time. Go ahead, tell me what's on your mind.
I think this might really shock you. I don't know how to say this, and I don't want to upset you, but I have to tell you.
Jacqueline, just tell me. Whatever it is, I'd rather hear it from you.
Mom, I think she's having an affair.
What? Jill is cheating?
I didn't want to believe it either, but I've seen the proof with my own eyes. She's been bringing a man into our house, and they've been doing things.
Hold on, just wait a second.
Dad, I don't even know where to start. This whole thing makes me sick. been holding this in for so long, and I don't know what to do anymore.
Jacqueline, take a deep breath. I need you to explain everything carefully. I know this must be hard for you, but let's go step by step. Can you do that for me?
I can't wrap my head around it. Mom's always had such an easy life ever since she married you. You've given her everything. Financial stability, a comfortable home, security, peace of mind. She used to constantly stress about money, but after she married you, all of that disappeared. She doesn't even need to work, but she chose to do that part-time job just to pass the time. Because of you, I was able to go to university. I wouldn't have had that chance if you hadn't been there for us.
Jacqueline!
I've always been grateful for everything you've done. You're the best father I could have ever asked for. You took care of both of us. You made sure we never had to struggle. And despite all that, she still turned around and did this to you. How could she? How could she betray you like this?
Let's go through this carefully. I know you're upset. I am too, but I need to understand exactly what's happening. Can I ask you a few questions?
Oh, yeah, of course.
First, do you know who this guy is?
I think he's a university student. He works part-time at Mom's job.
A student? Wait, you don't mean he's younger than you?
Yeah, he's definitely younger than me. I don't know what his full name is, but Mom calls him Curtis.
Curtis? That could be a first name or a last name.
Mom usually calls people by their first names when she's close to them.
Right, that does sound like her. So it's probably his first name. Jacqueline, did you actually see them together? Like something undeniable?
Yes. I came home earlier than usual one day and I saw her walking him to the door. And then they kissed. It wasn't just a peck on the cheek or anything. It was a real kiss, like lovers. And it wasn't just one. I've seen it happen multiple times now. Every time it's the same. She sees him out, they kiss, and he leaves.
She's being reckless.
I think she's doing it on purpose, timing it so he leaves right before I usually get home. She probably thinks it's safe because she assumes I'm still on my commute.
Wait, explain that.
So last month, my company changed its working hours slightly. Because of that, my train transfers are smoother now, and I get home about 20 minutes earlier than before. But I forgot to mention it to Mom.
So that's how you ended up catching her.
Yeah.
That must have been awful, seeing your own mother like that. I can't even imagine how you must feel.
Honestly, it makes me sick. I can't even look at her the same way anymore. It's bad enough that she's cheating in the first place, but with someone that much younger? He's practically a kid. It's disgusting.
Jacqueline, I need to ask you something. Do you feel safe in that house?
What?
Do you feel okay living there? Because if not, you don't have to. If you want, I can help you move into your own apartment.
But...
Don't worry about the money. This is an emergency. If you need financial support, I'll cover it. I don't want you living in an environment that makes you feel like this. You shouldn't have to come home every day to something that makes you sick.
I don't know.
Jacqueline, I want you to think about yourself first. You've already been through enough.
I never thought this would happen.
I know. That's why I don't want you to force yourself to stay in that house if it's making you miserable. I'll help you find a place. I'll even cover your first few months' rent if you need me to.
Okay, I think I'll take you up on that.
Good. And Jacqueline, if you need anything, just let me know. You don't have to handle this alone.
Thanks, Dad.
Now about Jill. I need to figure out how to deal with this.
Actually, I was thinking of investigating myself.
What? But...
It's okay. Talking to you has helped me calm down a bit. And to be honest, I know Mom's daily routine better than anyone. If I move out, she'll think she has total freedom. She'll get careless. She'll invite Curtis over more often, thinking no one's watching.
That's actually a good point. That might be the perfect opportunity to gather more proof. But Jacqueline, listen to me. If it gets to be too much, promise me you'll stop and let me take over.
I will. I promise.
Jill, can I talk to you for a second?
Oh, what's up?
I've been thinking. I was wondering what you're doing right now, just now, at this moment.
That's a strange question to ask. I can't remember the last time you reached out just to ask about something like that. It's always been about something specific. Is something wrong?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound strange. It's just things have been crazy lately. Work, life, everything's been spinning out of control. I've just been trying to catch my breath. I finally feel like I can manage things again, and so here I am, checking in on you, I guess.
Oh, I see. Well, it sounds like you've had a lot on your plate. Work getting to you, huh?
Yeah, work's been more demanding than usual, but it's not just that. It's other things too, personal stuff. It feels like everything's been piling up all at once, you know? It's like I'm juggling so many things, and I've just been trying to keep it all together.
Personal stuff? What do you mean? Is it something to do with Jacqueline?
Well, in a way, yeah, but also just everything. When you're living alone, you don't realize how much you have to handle by yourself until it's all on your shoulders, and sometimes it's a lot harder than I thought it would be. But I'm dealing with it, you know?
Yeah, I guess. You've got a point. I've been thinking a lot about Jacqueline lately, too. It's like I didn't even realize how much she was doing on her own either. She's never really asked for help, and I just didn't notice, but I suppose we're both kind of in the same boat now. Living apart, it's not as simple as we thought it would be, is it?
But Jacqueline still comes home on weekends, right? She's not completely alone.
True, she comes by every now and then. She lives close enough, just the next station over, so it's not a big deal. She still picks up things from here and there, you know, little stuff like clothes or whatever. She does that pretty often. In fact, she stops by, takes something, and leaves just as quickly.
I guess in the end, even though she's living on her own, we're still connected in a way. But it's funny, she never stays for long. She never really stays anywhere, does she?
Yeah, that's true. But do you know why she started living on her own? Why now, all of a sudden?
Well, it's probably because she started working, right? She probably thought it was time to finally be independent, to do things for herself without anyone around to help. She's at that age now, after all. It's just a natural part of growing up, I guess.
Yeah, I think you're right. But there's something else to it, too. At least I think there is. It's like, you know how you can feel like you're standing on your own, like you're doing all right, but then it's like you're waiting for something, waiting for someone to come along and sweep you up again. It's like if you don't make that break, if you don't truly cut those strings, you could just get caught up in the same old cycles. And that's why Jacqueline needed this. She needed to break free. I don't know if you get what I mean.
I think I do. It's like a little deeper than just moving out. She probably realized without that space she could end up being pulled back into all that drama. Being dragged around, it's like maybe she needed to see where she really stood by herself. I think that's why I feel like she's been keeping her distance lately. Not just physically, but emotionally too, you know?
Wait, are you implying something here? Because it sounds like you're saying there's more to it than just moving out.
Oh, don't worry. I wasn't trying to make it sound that way. I'm thinking about things, that's all. But if you think about it, you've been kind of distant too, haven't you? You've been living alone for a while, and it's obvious we haven't really had the chance to talk. Really talk like we used to. It's like we're drifting apart. Do you feel it?
Wait, you're reading too much into this, a little too much. I'm just trying to keep things together, that's all. You know how it is. It's just that things pile up sometimes, and I have to deal with them. But yeah, you're right. We haven't been talking much, and I guess I miss how things used to be too. It's not like I wanted things to change, but they have.
But hold on, you just said something earlier. You're telling me you're living alone, but it doesn't always feel like that, does it? There's more to it, isn't there?
What do you mean?
Come on, you know what I mean. There's someone else, isn't there?
What? No! Jacqueline moved out. I'm living alone, I swear. If only you'd come back to me, things would be different. It would be just the two of us, like before, but I know that's not going to happen now, at least not anytime soon. And you don't seem to want it, do you?
You're wrong. Don't act like you don't know. It's not like you're unaware of the situation. You've been living in your own world, pretending things are fine, but they're not, and you know it.
Wait
Wait a second. What are you even saying now? What's going on here? This doesn't make sense. I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense, huh? Well, I guess you're not going to get it until you see it for yourself. Look, you've been avoiding the truth this whole time. You're still playing this game like you don't know, but you should have known this whole time, Jill.
What are you talking about?
Take a good look at this. These photos weren't just taken out of nowhere. You didn't think it was odd that you found them lying around in our bedroom, did you? They came from a hidden camera I placed there. Did you not notice?
Wait, what? A hidden camera? Are you serious?
I'm serious, Jill. I've already taken down the camera. It's all gone. There's nothing left to find. But you really should have seen it coming. You didn't think you could just sweep this under the rug, did you?
What? When did you put that there? How did you get in here without me knowing?
I've been here, Jill. I've been right here watching. And you've been lying to me this whole time. You thought I didn't know, but I do.
No, this can't be happening.
Oh, but it is. You think I don't see it? You think you've been clever, but I know. I've known all along. And now you're stuck with the consequences. So, you still want to deny it?
Oh, fine. I get it all right. You want me to admit it, right? So here it is. That guy, he's my boyfriend. His name is Carter Curtis. He's 20 years old, my most beloved person. Not some old stinky man like you, okay? He's young and cute, and he's my boyfriend.
I see.
So, you're just going to accept that, huh? Just like that?
Well, if you're willing to admit it, I guess I don't have much choice. But just so we're clear, you don't really think I'm gonna just let you go that easily, do ya? Do you know what you're asking for now?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm sure I can figure it out. We'll get it sorted. After all, I've got money. Jacqueline's working, so I can count on her to help me out. And Jacqueline, she'll be on my side. She's my daughter, after all. She'll help me out with whatever's needed.
You think Jacqueline's gonna help you? I think she's already made up her mind.
What are you talking about?
You see, Jacqueline was the one who exposed you. She's the one who told me about everything. Jacqueline's the reason I know about the affair, Jill.
Who? What?
The hidden camera? Jacqueline put it there. That's right.
Are you serious right now? What are you even talking about? This isn't making sense.
Oh, it's perfectly clear. You were so confident, like you thought no one would ever find out. But Jacqueline, she saw it all. She walked in on the two of you.
Wait, no, she can't. She wouldn't. I'm her mother. No matter what, she's supposed to stand by me. She's supposed to side with me, not you. You're just some guy who's been hanging around. Jacqueline, she's my daughter, blood, not like you.
And that's exactly why she can't forgive you. That's why she's doing this. She saw it all, Jill.
Wait, what? What are you saying? You mean Jacqueline already knew about David?
Oh, she knows more than you think. Jacqueline knew about your affair with David. You told her the divorce was because of David's infidelity, didn't you?
Yeah, but that's the truth, isn't it? What else could I say? It happened.
No, Jacqueline knew, and she was hurt. And when I talked to her, she told me what you've been hiding.
What? What do you mean? What else have you hidden from her?
She learned something else, Jill. She learned about the money you didn't spend on her, the child support you've been keeping from her. Do you know what that does to a child? Do you know what you've been doing?
What are you talking about? I never kept it from her. You don't understand.
I understand more than you think. Jacqueline went to see David recently.
No way. You're lying. She doesn't even know where he is.
Actually, someone told her, a relative, someone she was still in contact with. Someone sent her updates, even sent her New Year's cards.
Who told her?
I don't know. But what I do know is that Jacqueline found out what you've been doing. She discovered that the money David sent for her, money that was supposed to go to her needs, ended up in your hands. It wasn't used for Jacqueline. It wasn't used for her education or her well-being.
What? No, that's not true. I was doing what I had to do for her. I was being a good mother.
No, Jill, you weren't being a good mother. Jacqueline had to work day in and day out all through high school because you refused to use that money to support her. She had to struggle. Do you understand that?
No, I didn't make her struggle. That was for her education, to make her tougher. It was important.
Important? So, what, you thought the best thing for her was to leave her with nothing? To make her suffer just so she could learn a lesson? That's what you did to her, Jill. And now you're getting what you deserve.
This is ridiculous. You're not even hearing me right. You can't say all this without understanding that I was trying to teach her something. I was doing what's right.
You weren't, and Jacqueline knows it. She found out about everything you've been hiding, and guess what? She's done with you.
No, she can't be. She's my daughter. She can't just walk away from me.
You pushed her away, and now she wants nothing to do with you. Oh, and the address I gave you, that was temporary. Jacqueline's not even there anymore.
What? You're lying.
You really don't understand, do you? Do you know who's there now? Carter. Carter's in the apartment right now, isn't he?
What are you talking about? You're crazy. I'm by myself.
No, you're not. Carter went in there. I've already confirmed it. I've got proof. Me and my lawyer, we've seen it with our own eyes.
Wait, what? A lawyer?
Yeah, you didn't think I was just sitting back and letting this go, did you? And Carter, you know he's married, right? He has 2 kids with his wife and he's still seeing you. What does that say about you, Jill?
No way. You're telling me. You're saying Carter's married too?
Oh yeah, I'm not the only one who knows about you two. Carter's wife knows as well. She's gonna be pursuing legal action too.
What? You're all against me? No, I can't. I don't have the money for this. I never asked for any of this.
Well, you're gonna get it whether you like it or not. You've made your bed, Jill, and now you'll have to lie in it.
Wait, you can't just do this. I don't have anything left.
It's too late now. You'll have to pay for what you did, and this time you can't hide. We'll talk about the details later. As I approached the door to my house, I heard the familiar sound of the lock clicking shut. It was as if the universe was reminding me just how determined she was to resist. The audacity of it all, this pathetic refusal to admit defeat, was truly something to behold. How much longer was she going to keep up this charade? It was clear to me that she was holding on to something she knew was slipping away, but her efforts were becoming increasingly laughable. Of course, the moment I reached for my key, the matter was resolved. I had the key, after all, and there was no obstacle that could stop me from entering my own home. As the door swung open effortlessly, I couldn't help but feel a slight sense of triumph. This was my house, not hers, and despite all her efforts to hold on to what wasn't here anymore, reality had a way of putting things back in place. Inside the house, things were quieter than usual. I knew she'd been trying to avoid any confrontation, hiding away like a child caught doing something wrong. She had no one to lean on now, no one to protect her from the consequences of her actions. For all the strength she had tried to project, it was all unraveling now. The facade was cracking, and she could no longer pretend like everything was fine. The first thing I noticed as soon as I stepped into the living room was the absence of Carter, her so-called lover. His presence in this house had always been a thorn in my side, but now that thorn was gone. As I had anticipated, he had already made his exit. He'd been quick to make the decision to divorce. It wasn't surprising, really. The moment I heard that he'd been seeing someone else while still married, I knew he'd fold under the pressure. He had been nothing more than a coward, hiding behind the illusion of a glamorous relationship, only to find himself in the crosshairs of a woman who would tear him apart without hesitation. Carter had always relied on his wife, a well-established woman with a successful career. She had been the one supporting him financially, giving him the freedom to play around and indulge in whatever whims he had. But that came with a price. The woman he was involved with, my ex-wife, had been nothing short of a storm. She was relentless, a force of nature that couldn't be ignored. She demanded complete submission, and Carter was no match for her fury. It didn't take long before he was reduced to a trembling wreck, the man who had once tried to play the part of a confident lover, now resembling a scared little puppy, cornered and unsure of what to do. As for Jill, his wife, the situation was even more complicated. Her world was crumbling, and she was starting to realize the weight of her choices. She had been completely blindsided by Carter's affair, and now, as if the universe had decided to throw in another twist for good measure, she was left without anyone to rely on. Her own daughter, unable to forgive the betrayal, had severed ties with her, and that left Jill in an even worse position than she had imagined. Her social standing, her support system, everything was falling apart piece by piece. Now, with the divorce finalized, Jill found herself alone. She had no one left to help her and no one to turn to for support. This is what happens when you betray the people who care about you. Jill, in her desperation, had nowhere to go but to me. I could see it in her eyes, the panic. It was clear that she hadn't thought through the consequences of her actions. She had assumed that she would somehow come out on top, that she'd find a way to get through this mess without any serious repercussions. But that wasn't going to happen. She was about to find out that actions had consequences, and those consequences weren't going to be pretty. As she begged, as she pleaded for me to help her, I remained unmoved. It wasn't about being cold or unforgiving. It was about understanding that there was no easy way out of this. She had taken everything she could from me, from our family, and now there was nothing left to offer. I wasn't going to be her safety net anymore, not after everything that had happened. At this point, the reality was undeniable. Her desperation was clear, but I wasn't the one who was going to save her. She had to face the consequences of her own choices, and no amount of pleading was going to change that. She had wanted to play games, to tear apart everything in her path, and now it was time for her to pay for those games. But even as she tried to push me into a corner, to manipulate me into feeling sympathy for her, I knew that there was no way I was going to give in, not anymore. There was no room for compassion when it came to someone who had hurt me this deeply. The worst part was that she didn't even seem to understand the gravity of what she had done. She thought she could fix everything with a few words, a little bit of emotional manipulation. But this time it wasn't going to work. As for David, he had his own questions for her. He wanted answers. He wanted to know why she had used the money meant for our daughter's education on her own selfish desires. How could she have been so reckless? How could she have spent money that wasn't hers to spend? Money that was meant to secure our child's future? I could see the anger in David's eyes when he confronted her about it. He was just as hurt as I was, and there was no excuse for what she had done. In the face of his accusations, Jill had no choice but to confront the full weight of her actions. She couldn't hide behind her lies anymore. Her response was predictable. She tried to justify her actions as if there was any valid excuse for what she had done. But the truth was clear. She had been selfish. She had been so consumed by her own desires that she lost sight of what really mattered. Now, as a result of her own mistakes, she was forced to pay the price. Jill's world was collapsing around her. The divorce settlement was brutal. She was forced to pay a substantial amount in alimony, and to add to her troubles, the money she owed for the child support was piling up. She was barely keeping it together, working from dawn till dusk just to pay off the debts she had accumulated. The days were long and exhausting for her, and she had no one to lean on. Her former support system had evaporated, and all she had left was the harsh reality of the consequences she had brought upon herself. It's strange, really, seeing someone who once held so much power, so much control, now reduced to this. She had been the one calling the shots, the one who thought she could get away with anything, and now she was the one struggling to keep her head above water, paying off her debts with whatever she could scrape together. It's a harsh reminder that no matter how much power someone thinks they have, it can all come crashing down in an instant. As for me, I'm moving forward. I've got my daughter to think about, and she's my priority. The past is the past, and while it still stings, I know I'm better off without the constant drama and chaos that surrounded Jill. I've learned that sometimes the only way to move forward is to leave the toxic people behind and focus on what truly matters. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Lauren, I have something really important to talk to you about. Do you have a second?
Mom? It's been a while, hasn't it? What's up?
Well, actually, Amber got a divorce.
Amber? Oh, wow, really? What happened? Is it okay if I ask why?
You see, Amber ended up finding someone that she truly loves.
Wait, what? That's a little sudden, isn't it?
Yes, I know it might sound surprising, but it's the truth. And it means that Geoff wasn't really Amber's fated partner after all.
So what exactly happened? Did Amber find out something about Geoff?
It's not quite that simple. Amber discovered that Geoff was unfaithful to her, and as a result, they ended up divorcing.
Stop putting it like that.
What do you mean?
No matter how people talk about it, Amber really met the person she was supposed to be with and cheated on Geoff, right?
She would have been willing to give Geoff a large sum of money just to stay with this new person. She truly found the one she loves.
So let me get this straight. Amber's the one who's at fault, and she was asked to pay alimony, right?
I told you, you need to think about how you're phrasing things. And you're being incredibly rude to Amber right now.
But you're being rude to Geoff. I understand that you care about Amber a lot, but you're really sugarcoating things. No matter how you try to frame it, cheating is still cheating. Amber did something that would get her looked at badly by society.
Lauren, that's enough! You've really gotten so much bolder since moving out of the house. You've become a completely different person.
All right, I get it. Just say whatever you want. It doesn't really matter to me anymore.
Actually, it does matter.
What do you mean?
Well, here's the thing. I've been thinking about what to do with Amber's daughter, May.
What about May? Did Amber get custody of her?
Yes, Geoff, who wasn't even biologically related to May, had no rights to her in the first place.
What do you mean by that?
May's biological father is Amber's ex-boyfriend.
Wait, what? Hold on a second. So Geoff and Amber had a child together, right? And now you're saying Amber married Geoff thinking he was the father when in fact May's real dad is someone else?
It couldn't be helped. Amber's ex was just a fling. Choosing Geoff, who had a stable job at a large company, was probably the most practical thing she could have done at the time.
Ah, I see. So this is one of the reasons Amber got divorced. But then what are you planning to do now? Are you going to ask Amber's ex to officially acknowledge May as his daughter and then deal with the whole child support thing? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, I decided not to go down that path. The truth is I have no idea where Amber's ex is anymore.
You should at least try looking for him.
Instead of going through that much hassle, I found a much simpler solution.
Wait, this doesn't sound good. I have a bad feeling about all of this.
Lauren, do you remember Randy from school?
Huh? What's this about?
Just answer me. Do you remember Randy? What kind of guy was he?
We went to the same school from middle school to high school. We were even in the same class once during high school, but I haven't had any contact with him since then.
Well, if you remember him, this will be easy.
So what's the plan?
Here's the thing. Randy's been in love with you all these years.
Wait, what?
You haven't been back home since you started working, right? Apparently Randy noticed this and he even came all the way to your house just to make sure you were okay.
Hold on, are we still talking about the same thing? I'm getting a bit confused here.
Not at all. This is exactly what I needed to say.
Could you make it short? I'm kind of in a hurry.
Okay, here it is. You should marry Randy and become May's new mother.
What? This is coming out of nowhere. I can't even keep up with this. I've never even dated Randy. I don't have any romantic feelings for him. In fact, I haven't even seen him since we graduated. And May's mother is Amber. Why on earth should I suddenly become May's mother?
You see, Amber is about to marry the person she really loves. If May stays in the new household, it might be awkward for everyone. It's just better if you step in.
What? Did Amber say that?
Yes, she did. In fact, she's already living with her new boyfriend now. They're taking care of May for the time being. So this weekend, Randy, May, and I are planning to come over to your place.
Hold on a second. This is all happening way too fast.
What is?
What's Randy saying about this? I mean, given everything that's happened, I would think he wouldn't want to suddenly become the father to a child who isn't even his.
Oh, Randy said that as long as May is related to you by blood, he has no problem with it.
Wait, that's unbelievable.
Isn't it? But now you don't have to worry. Just live with Randy and May as a family. All three of you will get along just fine.
No, I can't do that.
What do you mean?
Don't push Randy and May onto me just because it works for your plans.
Lauren, don't you care about your niece?
What? I only met May when she was 1 year old. I don't even know what she's like now. I can't just decide if I like her or not. And now you want me to marry Randy and become May's mother and accept them as a family? This is all way too much.
Stop being selfish. This is a chance for Amber to finally find happiness. Isn't that something to celebrate?
So you're saying that I have to sacrifice my happiness so that Amber can be happy?
I never said that. But you found a great guy in Randy, haven't you? At the very least, you can give it a try. This weekend, I'm bringing Randy and May over. We'll fill out the marriage papers and take them to the office. Get ready to welcome your new husband and daughter into your life.
But you can't be serious. How am I supposed to do this? I barely even know Randy anymore. And what about the future? Will I just be expected to raise May? I can't just jump into this, especially when I don't even know her.
Look, you're making this more complicated than it needs to be. Randy's been asking about you for years, and he's a good man. May will be taken care of, and you'll have a family. Isn't that what you've always wanted?
I can't just pretend everything's fine when I don't even know where I stand in all this. This isn't what I imagined my life to be. It's just too much responsibility too fast.
You're always overthinking things, Lauren. Life doesn't wait around. Amber's made her decision, and now it's time for you to make yours. Think about it. May's future will be secure, and you'll have Randy by your side. What could be better than that?
I don't know. I just don't know if I'm ready for any of this.
You don't have to be ready right now. You just have to take the first step. It's a big decision, but sometimes life works out better when we don't overthink everything. Trust me, this is the right thing to do.
I'm not sure. I still need time to process all of this.
Of course, take your time, but the weekend is coming up, and I think you'll find that once you meet Randy and May again, things will start to feel natural. Just remember, this is about making Amber happy. It's about family. You're a part of that family now, whether you like it or not. Lauren, I know that you're upset, but you have to understand, this isn't just about Amber, it's about all of us.
I get that, but why does it have to fall on me? Why can't Amber just deal with her own situation? She's the one who messed things up with Geoff, not me. Why do I have to play the part of the hero here?
Because you're family, Lauren. Amber's been through a lot, and she's already made her decision. She's going to be with the person she loves, and that's what matters. But May needs someone stable, someone who can look after her, and that someone is you. You don't have to make it complicated, just step up and things will fall into place.
You are really putting a lot on me, aren't you? You're asking me to become a mother figure to a child I don't even know. This isn't something that just happens overnight. I can't just wake up one day and suddenly be ready for this.
I know it's not easy, Lauren. But think about it. You've always been strong, even when things weren't going well for you. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. Now it's time to use that strength for someone else. May's not asking for much. She just needs someone to love her and give her a stable home.
But that's not the point, Mom. I'm not saying I don't care about May. I'm just not ready for this kind of responsibility. This is a huge life change, and I am not sure I'm prepared for it.
What about Randy? Oh, what's your excuse with him? He's a good man, Lauren. He's been waiting for you to open up. Do you really want to turn your back on someone who's been there for you all these years? Someone who's willing to take on this responsibility with you?
I don't know, Mom. I feel like you're asking too much all at once. It's not just about Randy or May, it's about my whole life. If I marry Randy, if I take on May, my life will never be the same. I'll have to give up everything I've built for myself. Is that what you want?
No, Lauren. I want you to be happy. But you know what? Sometimes happiness comes from the most unexpected places. Look at Amber. She thought she was happy with Geoff, but she wasn't. Now she's found someone who makes her truly happy. Maybe you need to give this a chance. Maybe this is your chance for real happiness, too.
You're asking me to give up my freedom, my independence. I worked so hard to get to where I am. I don't know if I'm ready to sacrifice all that for someone else's happiness.
But it's not just about sacrificing, Lauren. It's about building something better together. It's about creating a new family. If you can give Randy and May a chance, you'll be creating something beautiful, something that will last.
I can't promise anything right now, but I'll think about it. I need some time to process everything. I'm just not sure if I'm the right person for this, you know?
I understand, Lauren. Take all the time you need. But remember, we're here for you. We'll support you no matter what decision you make. Just know that Randy and May will be there, ready when you are.
I'll keep that in mind. I just need to figure things out first. It's a lot to take in.
I know it is, but whatever you decide, you're not alone in this. We're all family, and we'll figure it out together.
Sure.
Lauren, you're there, right? I brought Randy and May with me. Open the door quickly.
You actually came?
Of course. Randy is the person who's going to be your husband, and May is your daughter, starting today. Hurry up and open the door.
I'm not there anymore.
What?
I have someone I'm seeing now.
What?
I was planning to introduce him to my parents during the new year. They always prioritize Amber, but I thought I'd at least report the marriage as a courtesy. But for you to take such drastic action, I can't predict what might happen with my important boyfriend. I'm never going back there again. I just consulted with him, and we've already submitted the marriage registration.
Lauren, hold on. I told you I won't let you be so selfish.
Mom, if you think I don't know anything, you're making a huge mistake.
What?
Even though I've left home, I still keep in touch with friends.
What are you talking about?
Amber's alimony? You had Randy sign a promissory note for her, right? Randy told me that as a condition for letting me marry him, and you agreed to it, didn't you?
How do you know that?
Randy got drunk one night and spilled the details. He revealed that May's real father is Randy.
What?
My friends were kind enough not to let me hear this, but Amber at the time was playing a cruel prank. She was trying to get Randy to assault me. But somehow things went awry between them and May was born. It's apparently well known in certain parts of the community.
Well, that doesn't matter now. Besides, Randy's family runs a business. Randy, the heir, is May's real father, and what better environment to raise her in than that? Well, isn't that a wonderful turn of events?
But, Mom, the money Randy spent for May's sake, it seems like he took it from his parents' company's safe without permission.
What?
You didn't know that? One of my friends works there, and apparently Randy's actions were caught on the security cameras. Since this morning, there's been an uproar at the company. They've asked me to tell Randy to return as soon as possible. They even said you should hurry back and explain yourself before you get involved as an accomplice.
You think you can intimidate me by saying that?
Why don't you ask Randy yourself?
Is it really true?
Either way, if you don't know where I am, you have no choice but to leave. If you stay here and get treated like a suspicious person, it'll definitely turn into a police matter. Is that really okay with you? Afterward, it seems like things turned into quite a chaotic situation. The incident almost turned into a public scandal, but in the end, it was resolved privately within the company. The higher-ups made the decision to handle it internally, fearing that involving the police would cause significant damage to the company's image. Randy, however, faced severe consequences. He was removed from the list of potential successors to the company, which had been his clear path for the future, and as a result, he was completely disowned by the family. Furthermore, my sister's life took an even more difficult turn. She had been in a relationship with Randy, and the man she believed was the one found out about it. The news of her past with Randy was enough for him to break things off with her. Her dreams of being with the man she loved, the one she thought she would spend her life with, came crashing down. He couldn't accept the relationship with Randy, and as a result, my sister was abandoned, emotionally devastated and facing a deep sense of loss. It was hard to watch her go through it. The situation got worse financially as well. My sister was supposed to pay a settlement, a significant amount of money, as part of the repercussions of everything that had transpired. But that money, along with the company funds lost because of the scandal, disappeared into the wind. To make things right, the only option left was for my family to sell our family home. The house that had been passed down through generations was sold to pay off the debts and return the money that was misused during the scandal. My parents, my sister, and even Randy himself now live together in a rundown apartment. It's a far cry from the life they once knew, and it's hard to believe that it all unfolded so quickly. On a somewhat brighter note, May's situation improved after everything that had happened. She was taken in by my uncle and aunt, who are wonderful, grounded people. They're well-balanced and full of common sense, and they didn't hesitate to bring her into their home. I'm extremely relieved to know that May is in good hands. She's surrounded by stability and love now, and that knowledge brings me some peace. It's one thing I can feel thankful for amidst the chaos. As for me, my life took a different turn than I had imagined. I moved in with my husband's parents. At first, I wasn't sure how things would go. I didn't know what to expect, especially after everything that had happened with my own family. But surprisingly, living with my husband's family has been a positive experience. They welcomed me into their home with open arms and treated me with kindness. I couldn't have asked for better people to share my life with during such a difficult time. The warmth and understanding they've shown have been a source of comfort. Despite the challenges I've faced, I've come to appreciate their support. They've treated me like their own daughter, showing me the love and care that I haven't experienced in a long while. They had the chance to heal, to recover from the emotional wounds that have accumulated over the years, and it's been a slow but steady process. It hasn't been easy, but it has been worth it. I can honestly say that I feel incredibly lucky to be surrounded by such kind people. They've given me the space to grow and to find my footing again. And for the first time in a long while, I can say that I am happy. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.